Three. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Live. I am your host, DJ Anthony from New Jersey, co-host in California. Oh, guys, at the Halloween lighting. It's spooky. Oh, my God, folks. Today's topic.
Hey, guys.
Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in fortune tellers? And do you believe in aliens? Because we are in the holiday Halloween season. And these are usually topics that, we kind of celebrate or dwell on as Halloween approaches. So, Magnus, let's get right to it. Okay, ghosts. Magnus, do you believe in ghosts / spirits?
So I do not have a personal ghost story to tell you guys. So and you know that I'm also a scientific person, and we have no real proof, but that doesn't mean that it don't exist.
Of course.
And people can see. So that's basically my take on it. I have no experience. I'm not really into it. I'm not into like ghost shows, stuff like that. And the things that they portray, like with me, like whatever meters and things like that. Yeah, no. But are there weird things going on that we cannot explain? Yeah, I would say so. And it could also be like people are talking about spirited ghosts. I mean, it could also be maybe like something from another dimension that we don't know.
Right. Just because we can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Right.
Exactly.
Right. And I kind of believe like you believe. I mean, I'm open-minded, but I've never experienced the ghost. I've never seen it. I think that, and this is my opinion, if people believe in ghosts, God bless you, knock yourself out. And my opinion for me, what I believe is there's no such thing as ghosts. That, again, I could be wrong. But I think oftentimes, Magnus, that, people, we lose loved ones. I would love to think, I'm going to see my Aunt Lucy. I'll see my son, I'll see my friend, I'll see my cousin Lewis. You know what? I want to believe that, but like I said, there's no proof of it. I think more often than not, we want to see things, so we kind of see things, but I always say, if ghosts are real, you always hear these ghost stories like, it's dark, it's in the attic. Why doesn't a ghost show up in the middle of the daytime when I'm on the beach? Like, just come down on the beach. Like, why is it like always in a dark attic? Or why can't you just show yourself on the boardwalk? Come on, man. We want to see, like in the broad daylight. So anyways, it's one of those things. And
and also remember, then my scientific brain kicks in, right? Like a lot of the things is like it's dark, things like that. Our visual, like our eyes and how it's connected, like our vision to the brain, like our brain comes up with a lot of things that like, oh, okay, it's just a pattern, things like that. So I mean, have I seen things in the dark? Yes, I have. Did I, when I look closer to it? Oh, it was a coat hanger. Oh, it was a tree stub. Right. Or or stump, or so like a lot of these things is like we see something in our brain, kind of like, what was that?
Our brain wants to connect the dots. Many years ago, a funny story, many years ago, I had our neighbor passed away, Mr. Monty, and he was like in his 90s or whatever. And I got the word on Monday, on a Monday he passed away. So on a Thursday, a couple of days later, I'm walking down the street, broad daylight, and I see Mr. Monty walk across the street, like turn, wave at me, and walk into his house, like 50 feet away from me, broad daylight. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, this was not at night. And I'm like, then I'm thinking, oh shit, ghosts are real, man. Like, this is real. So this is before like cell phones. So I went home and I called my mother. I said, Ma, you're not going to believe this. I just saw Mr. Monty walk across the street, look at me, wave, and walk into his house, broad daylight. Okay, Ma? And she's like, oh, no, Anthony. Mr. Monty is a twin. His brother's here from Italy. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, I never knew he had a twin. I saw the twin brother walk across the street.
Talking about, that would get me going.
Now,
for
if
sure.
If I didn't call my mother, I would have been telling you, no, Magnus, I saw a ghost. So, anyways, but all right, let's move on to aliens. Kind of like ghosts. We don't see them, but do you believe that life somewhere out there exists aside from Earth?
For statistics, I would say says yes.
Right.
what type of life form?
Yeah, it's not gonna be a human, maybe, but whatever.
Microorganism,
Right.
single cell. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
like there's gotta be like, but like looking at it, the statistics of things happening of actually when we're looking at like cells, like basically two organisms merging and working like and becoming able to create multi-cell organism and with structure and things like that. That's a complete different thing. The next thing, do I think that we will be able to communicate with them or things like that? That speaks a lot
That's a whole different
against it.
topic, but
Yeah, but you're saying it's like that speaks against because of the distance, right?
right.
Unless we come up with being able to like black hole that we can basically transport ourselves.
Or unless the aliens find us.
Yeah, no, but it comes down to this. It's like I think that's where the thing, like if we're looking at how our bodies, or if we're looking at any other basically creature on the planet,
Yeah.
we will have an issue of traveling in outer space for a long time, even if it's like we're talking about a short time, because of the like we're not built to travel that fast.
Yeah.
But hey, again, there's a lot of things that I
Who
don't
knows
know,
the future
right?
holds? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think there's life out there. I think there's some kind of bacterial, type of life. I'm not saying it's humans or humanoids or little green men, but I do think there's some type of bacteria or virus somewhere, like you just on slime somewhere that's a lot, like that. And
Yeah.
statistically, it has to be. It's just the universe. If anybody's interested, I mean, we only know less than 1% of space. So that would be like in the 1300s, someone getting a cup of water and saying, "Oh, there's nothing in this cup of water, so then therefore there's nothing in the ocean." Like if you put a cup of water from the ocean and you look at the cup and say, "Oh, there's nothing in the cup," that means that there's nothing in the ocean. That's not true. So we're only seeing less than 1% of space. I mean,
yeah, and also again coming back to it, I mean, there's a lot of things that we don't know. Like most of it we don't understand, like with dark matter and dark energy and things like that we have not been able to kind of prove.
Right.
But like it's out there. There's something that we don't know. And also again, I come back to like when we're talking about dimensions, there might be other dimensions again that we're not like that we don't understand and things like that and see
and just to give you an idea too, I think people don't
fully
realize there are trillions of planets out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, more than trillions. So just numbers alone. People think, I think when people think of space, they probably think like, yeah, there's a few hundred planets out there, a few thousand. No. More than your mind could conceive. Okay. Trillions and trillions and trillions. So like there's gotta be some fucking bacteria.
Well, so here's another thing. What I think, I'm like, I really hope that we're not the most intelligent species in like the universe or whatever we want to call it.
One of the astronomers said that what's his name, Dyson. He said, he's like, look, if we're the only life form in the universe, that's scary. And then he said, if we're not the only life force in this universe, that's also scary. Either way, it's scary. Whether we're alone or whether we're not alone, both are scary propositions. So yeah.
And also I think that like with our like life like experience length and things like that, like and also like how we view things, I think that we have a really hard time of like figuring out what is out there. I mean, again, a lot of imagination, like just walking like Star Wars or the movie Alien or whatever it is, Star Trek or whatnot, like so looking at it from that perspective, I mean, like I mean there should be life out there.
There's types of bacteria that live in lava on the edges of volcanoes.
Oh yeah,
in the world. So shit, if there's life on a lava on the edge of a volcano, then you know what I'm saying. Like it's very probable it's somewhere else in this universe. But all right, what about fortune tellers? Do you believe that people can tell your fortune or communicate with the dead or whatever?
No, not really. I think that a lot of those people are very good at reading people, and also the people that they meet are very open to.
Of course, they lost their grandmother, they lost their friend, they lost their relative, they lost their doggy, whatever, and they want to hear something. They're giving it up.
Right. And looking at it, like sometimes, I mean, like people say, oh, scam artists and things like that. But sometimes I think it's like, I think it's a good thing because they can actually help people with the process of grieving and things like that too.
I know people who've done that for their loved ones and it gave them closure. God bless. It's not my, I never said anything to them, but my personal opinion, I think it's, like I said, they're just reading people. They know how to ask probing questions. Oh, I see that you've had someone in your family was crying or someone I see lost. Now they're going to read off of your reaction. And if you're like, nope, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, well, I saw, and then you start to cry. It's like, oh, yes. And this person was a woman. Wow, no shit. You had a 50-50 on that one. Had a, oh, it wasn't a woman? Yeah, no. Someone that had a female name. Oh, no, Pat. Okay, yeah. It's just like, whatever, dude.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's, again, like I said, I don't really see how, I mean, again, there's no real scientific proof of that existing either.
If it works for you, God bless. It's helped many friends of mine and family. I think that's great.
Yeah, but and if there are people that have that power, like, that's cool. I mean, I wish we would understand more about it. And I think also another thing is that they can kind of feel people's, like, this might be woo-woo, but energy, but you can actually read people's energy. Yeah, exactly.
The way they talk, the way they sit, they're like a good FBI investigator, like that. Like they know how to, because if you're so good, okay, I'm going to walk into your place. I'm not going to say shit. I'm going to put this over my face here, okay? And then you're going to, you're just going to tell me everything.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah,
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah,
you're just going to tell me, and then at the end, I'll write it all down, and I'll let you know if you're right or wrong. Yeah. That would be the way to go. Not.
Yeah, no. Again, but I like. There are people that has like tremendous skills of reading other people and now understanding and things like that. So I think, and there's nothing. I mean, again, like we said, if you really think that you will like become a millionaire of asking one of these people, that like I wouldn't bet my money on it, but like I said, with the whole thing, closure and things like that, like you mentioned, me too. Like, again, like as long as you kind of know what you're getting yourself into a little bit, so like don't hand over your fortune to one of these people or anything like that.
I wouldn't go bankrupt though. You're right. Right. Yeah. Well, then again, you're right. I mean, listen, people can lose a lot of money going to a therapist too.
Yes. Yeah. Not getting there either.
I'm not saying don't go to therapist, by the way. I go to therapy. I love it, but you got to budget yourself. But I think, you know what? Let me just say this. I think the difference though between a therapist and a quote unquote fortune teller, clairvoyant, the therapist is not pulling on the heartstrings of, I'm talking to your grandmother and she tells me. That's kind of,
that's why, like, most of the times you feel like they become scam artists, right? So
where a therapist is not talking to the dead and they're just listening to. So I don't want to put therapists and fortune tellers and clairvoyants on the same page.
Definitely not. But it comes down to like another way. It's like a therapist is actually gone to school to have the tools to actually help you deal with specific situation and things like that too. And again, and I would say, like, I think that everybody, like, therapy would be good for everybody, but it comes down with the same thing. You need to find the therapist that works for you.
Right.
And that could change over time too. And it's the same thing. I'm saying same thing when we're talking about a medical doctor, your dentist, friends, whatnot. Like it could change with time. Like and seek out a specialist that like can help you with your specific problem is probably a good thing. And then like if it doesn't work the first time, doesn't mean that it's not gonna work in the future with someone else.
Yeah. No, 100%. And I will say, again, though, I do think even with a therapist, you have to budget yourself. It's great to go to therapy. I go to therapy. I love it. But, like, not that therapists are nefarious and trying to milk you, but, you got to be, I'd say when I go to therapy, I always tell a therapist, look, I'm here. I'm going to do X amount, two times, 5 times, 10 times, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I want a beginning, middle, and end. I'm not doing this forever and ever and ever. Now, if that works for somebody, go ever and ever and ever, God bless. But I a lot of times therapists, they'll keep it going. It's just like, I need to know, like, I want, and I'll come back when I'm ready to come back. But
Yeah, no, and I think that's the same thing that I would say with like dealing with a personal trainer, nutrition coach, and things like that. Sometimes you get people that are lifers because there's so many other things like the relationship and things like that that you build and whatnot, right?
And I guess it's better than doing drugs, but
yeah, but then also like have an understanding that
wallet,
maybe you do not need to see each other 4 times a week, but maybe
Right.
see once like every month or every other month or bi-weekly or whatever.
And if you got unlimited money and you want to see a therapist forever, God bless. But I'm saying we all have budgets. That's my point. Like, don't feel bad if you tell your therapist, hey, look, I gotta, it's money. I got a budget. I'm sorry. I'll see you in 3 months, or I'll see you next year. Or whatever. Hey, you got to pay the bills too.
But Anthony, it's the same thing. Like when you're coaching someone with tennis, or I'm coaching one of my clients. It's like and that's the thing though. Like I think that some coaches, it becomes a little bit of like used car salesmen, that you kind of shoehorning people into like more and more and more and more. But maybe like that's the beauty when I see it basically as a personal trainer and nutrition coach, is that I want you to see less and less of you down the road, because I want you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, and then down the road it's like you're okay. If you have an issue down the road, then you can reach out to me. But like or we have like a monthly like accountability session or anything like that.
No, I agree.
Like again, you want to build up the individual so they can solve their because they're still going to be the best person to solve them down there, because they know themselves better than I do.
No, I agree. I'm the same way with tennis. I don't think people should be seeing me forever and ever. You want to learn how to play tennis? I'll teach you. And then after like 4, 5, 6 lessons, you move on. People want to hire me more. That's fine. But I think it's also how you present things. Like if you're a therapist, a fortune teller, whatever, nutritionist, trainer, tennis coach, basketball coach, soccer, whatever. I think if it's like, hey, look, these are my fees, and then you put that on the table, that's it. Don't pressure people. Don't say, act now, get a free t-shirt. Hey, look, if you can't afford it, not a big deal. That's okay. Bye-bye. We don't ever have to see each other again. Like that, I think is fair enough. But yeah, when you got people trying to squeeze you, that's not cool. But anyways.
Yeah.
So, all right, folks.
Yeah, no, and the same thing like Halloween and things like that. Hey, guys, if you know that you're having issues with it, please don't go to these like haunted house and things like that. Like that, and that then you probably need therapy after it, or it might be a therapy that actually makes you like deal with the things that you're scared of or whatnot. So, but for the people that loves that kind of thrill and things like that, like go bonkers. I think they're funny. Yeah, they're doing they're cool stuff nowadays.
Ghouls and goblins, have fun with it. But that's it for me. Max, anything else you want to add before we sign off?
No, again, like Halloween, like have fun. And again, like we're getting very close to like the big holiday season. Yeah. Remember, the holiday season is not 3 months of mayhem, right? No, like you don't eat like junk just because it's the holiday season. Don't stop training, things like that, because you're stressed the holiday season. This is the time when you definitely need to reach out to your coach. You need to go to the gym, and you need to understand that like holiday, we have Thanksgiving, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving Day, we have Halloween, we have Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, whatever, and New Year's, right? There's not that many days that are actually holidays. So kind of like keep your calorie budgets to that as well. So don't lose focus straight away and go crazy.
Well said, Magnus. Well said. Everybody enjoy the candy for Halloween. I'm going to sign us off.
I will.
Me too, man. All right, buddy. All right, we're signing us out of here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boo!